here. I was thinking yesterday, if you look at the Browns roster in totality, obviously if you lose your quarterback, that's the most devastating position to lose. So take out Deshaun Watson out of this picture.
Yeah.
Who is the most irreplaceable player on this Browns roster outside of Deshaun Watson? And I want G and Bull to go first because I got your answers before.
Yeah.
You guys are in unison and Tyvis is not. So I want you guys to explain your answer. Then I want Tyvis to go, and I can't wait to see your reaction to
Guys,
Tyvis'
you and I
answer.
talked about this a little bit yesterday. To me, it's easy, and it's Myles Garrett. He is one of the best players in the league. He's certainly one of the best defensive players in the league. They are counting on him for, like, we are expecting him. I know I am expecting him to win Defensive Player of the Year this year.
Yeah.
There's no excuses. He has to be massively impactful. I am expecting, as crazy as this sounds, I'm expecting him to have a chance to break the sack record in the NFL. We talked about it yesterday. That he has by far the most talent around him he's ever had. Not even close. It's like a million times better than he's ever had around him. There is no excuse, and he can be so impactful. The rest of the guys in that D-line are good, but he's the stir that's He's the straw, the Miles straw, that stirs the drink. That's it. Without him, it's just a defensive line. With him, it could be a special defensive line, and he's got to lead the way. He makes everything easier for the linebackers. He makes everything easier for the secondary. Everybody's job on defense gets significantly harder if Myles Garrett doesn't play. It's that simple to me.
I think Myles Garrett is one of the players that if he plays at a certain level, that he can bring back this motto of, well, they got one of the best defenses we've seen, so they got an opportunity. He's a throwback to like the Buccaneers, the old school Buccaneers with Brooks and Lynch and Sapp. He's one of the Ray Lewis, Ed Reed. Jamie Sharper, Sack Master Terrell. He's one of the Bears with Urlacher and what's the other linebacker?
Back in the day, Mike Singletary?
No,
more recently.
They had Urlacher and there was another outside linebacker. It's not coming to me. But anyway, they were really good. Tommy Harris was in there. Here's the thing.
Who are you talking about? The Bears?
Yeah, Bears.
Lance Briggs?
That's it. There you go. Lance Briggs.
What's
Lance
wrong with
Briggs.
you, man?
Like he did his thing. He did his thing. Now, look, if he does that, I guarantee that the Browns are going to be in the playoffs and doing it big, because I think that he has a chance to break the sack record. I think he has a chance to change games. And now that you guys are Darius Smith, you're not going to be able to run from him. And they got the best defensive tackles that they've ever had. So now look at what you can do when you got a guy like Myles Garrett coming off the edge. And think about it. I think we've looked at the offense and we've already projected what we think it's going to be. But this offense might be ball control. This offense might be dink and dunk. It might be, hey, we're gonna run some short routes. We're gonna run the ball with Chubb. We're gonna let Deshaun Watson move his feet, and we're gonna let this defense dominate. And we're gonna let these guys running around. Now, that's probably not likely, but I'm here to say, if you lose Myles Garrett, all that's off the table. Like, that's just that you can't replace him. And people in Cleveland don't realize Myles Garrett is the best person on the team. Like, when it comes to, like, skill for skill.
Who did they say? Who are they saying it?
Well, people would say.
Either him or Nick Chubb.
Either him or Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
But Myles Garrett, consensus is a top 3 to 5 guy outside of a quarterback.
Yeah.
So you guys are going Myles Garrett.
Both going Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
Whoa.
You're wrong. Because
Who you
the player that if this player gets hurt, it changes everything.
Cade York.
White Teller. And Joku.
No, it's
Donovan Mitchell.
It's Elijah Moore. I don't know what's wrong with y'all.
What?
Elijah Moore changes everything. If Elijah Moore goes if Elijah Moore goes down, this whole offense is messed up because he literally is their number one guy right now. He rides up in the backfield. They have nobody to replace Elijah Moore. This guy's getting like 80% of the balls this year. Are you serious?
They got a guy who had 1,300 yards.
What are you talking about?
Amari Cooper.
Okay, all right. So
Guys never had 500 yards.
They
in the season.
literally just put in a whole new offense for this man. Have you not?
For him?
What have y'all been looking at?
He is him now.
You're right. I actually went to camp and watched practice. My fault. What the heck do I know?
We just talked for 20 minutes about, and you said how practice doesn't mean that much, and now you're basing.
Did you just watch him in the preseason game?
He got two touches.
What happened after he went out?
Well, that's another part, Tyvis.
Preseason.
He got hurt in the first thing, and what happened after that?
Mike,
That was it.
we need to call HR and get Tyvis drug tested right now.
Okay.
I mean, I know he doesn't do drugs, but
listen. We listen. Let me tell you how I know.
All right.
Marquise Goodwin has went down, and what have we heard about how impactful that has been on our offense?
Why would anybody think it's impactful? He was going to be like the 5th or 6th receiver.
No, because you don't have nobody to stretch the field, and they said like everything is kind of like dink and dunk. You just said that if we have to go back to dinking and dunking.
Yeah, we look like we might have to.
That's the dink and dunker right there.
Yeah, we might have to.
That's the guy that they're gonna dink and dunk to right there. Okay.
He's not even the best receiver on the team.
Okay.
So you would if you
Remember, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Remember, I said this. Okay. If he goes down, just remember what I said.
God.
Okay. Just saying. I'm just saying.
It's as stunned as I've ever been on this show.
And defensively, a guy that if this guy goes down, they in trouble too. If Juan Thornhill go down, it's over. It's over.
What?
It's over.
Do you know these guys' agents?
Just telling you. I'm just telling you.
Y'all
Listen. If Juan Thornhill goes down, you have no true post safety back there anymore. So then you go back to having the J3 back there who gets nosy at all the time.
Hey, watch
He's going to
this.
be up there and they're going to make plays.
Hey, watch
I think
this.
Juan Thornhill's more important than Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, your boy.
I think he's more. See, this is the thing. I'm not talking about impact in the game. I'm not saying that. Because if that was the case, I would have never said Anthony Walker would have been as huge of an impact as he was, and he went out and we seen what happened to that defense. So what I'm saying is a guy, it's a lot. We seen a guy that didn't play the post particularly that well last year. What happened last year? A lot of plays got made.
Well, there was a lot of other things that wasn't good from the Browns too on defense.
If Myles Garrett go down, I think they did at least a good job that they can still keep the ship going. You still got Zedarius, you still got Double O, you got guys that's productive. If he go down, you can't even tell me who his backup is.
I don't even know what to say.
Who's his backup?
Hickman.
Bubba Bolden.
Hickman.
He's injured. He got waived and he's on injured IR.
Hickman is a guy who's around the football. You're going to break him down, and you're going to actually bolster my point here, Tyvis. Ronnie Hickman is a guy that can play that post safety. And guess what? He's going to show you why he's good on the telestrator later on, and that's what we call a tease in this industry.
I'm like beyond stunned right now. I rely on Tyvis having a level head,
I'm just telling you.
and he's just
If Elijah Moore goes down, the offense is in the trash.
So you telling me he gonna have more? He gonna have more touches, more receptions, more yards, more touchdowns than Amari Cooper?
Yeah, probably. He gonna have more touches for sure. 1,000%.
What about yards?
How many times do you think Amari Cooper gets targeted a game?
9.
8, 9.
What? You think he gonna get 8 targets a game?
Yeah.
What did he get last year?
Close to it, and he's got a better quarterback this
I'm on
year.
it. Hold up.
Yeah, I need to know that.
He's been out here working with the route god on the internet.
All I know is, shut up, shut up. I can't believe you just said that.
If you know, you know. Check him out. He out here dancing.
He averaged 7.76 targets per game.
7
so
and
about
3/4 targets per game with Jacoby Brissett mostly.
We gonna see.
Can we get the route god?
This is a new offense, so we gonna see.
Yeah. Listen.
I mean,
all I know is if Elijah Moore goes down, I don't know who's replacing what he's doing. Because ain't none of the other receivers lining up in the backfield.
Sure.
Ain't none of those. Shut up.
How many times?
Sacrilege. Say that again.
Hey, how many times do you actually think he's going to be in the backfield per game?
Quite often.
How many?
Especially and particularly the red zone.
So how many? You think he's going to average how many running attempts per game?
2, maybe 3.
So 2 running attempts per game can't be replaced.
Who else is gonna do it?
I don't know. Nick Chubb.
Jerome Ford.
No, see, it's a difference when Elijah Moore is in there. See, because if Elijah Moore's in the backfield, you don't know if it's run or pass. That's first of all. Nick Chubb's back there 90% of the time is probably a run. So if Elijah Moore's back there,
90% of the time.
Think about this.
That's not true.
Think about this. You put yourself, you're a linebacker. You're a middle linebacker. You are the Mike linebacker of a defense. You break the huddle. Boom.
Yeah.
You come out and you looking for your matchup. You in man. You in matchup. And you got Elijah Moore.
Yeah.
What are you thinking to yourself?
Why would a linebacker have Elijah Moore?
Who else is going? If we in 11 personnel, and it wouldn't be 11. If we in 001 personnel,
I don't know what the hell that means.
so
Double
it's
one.
0 running backs,
Yeah.
1 tight end.
Okay.
So that means it's 4 wide
Four wide
receivers on the
receivers.
field. Yeah.
You're gonna have why you still?
You don't take the mic doesn't leave.
But why would the Mike linebacker have
Who else is he gonna check?
the tight end?
Okay, so
Yeah.
so who's gonna check? You think the tight? So
Well, you're not gonna. So
who's the
But I'm
safety
saying
check?
you're gonna have 3 corners on the field. Wouldn't one of those 3 corners take Elijah
so
Moore?
it's 4 wide receivers on the field.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So there's 3 outside and then Elijah Moore in the backfield.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. But that's 2 plays. I mean, it's
That's
2 plays a game.
Guess how many plays it takes to win a game?
Making a case for Elijah Moore. He's still nuts.
Look,
Still at it.
he see where I'm going.
He's still crazy.
That is
like,
still,
man,
he's
that
still
is
crazy.
that is still nuts.
He's so crazy.
I'm just telling
because
you.
Hey,
he's
listen,
telling
I think we hope that Elijah Moore becomes so important that you can't afford to lose him. I hope you're
this
right.
is the last year in fantasy that he'll go less than the 3rd round.
What do you think he's going to have? 1,400 yards?
No,
I'm
just talking about me and
he's
my
a
Kool-Aid stats.
highly productive guy. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Yards and touchdowns and receptions. If you get a PPR league,
Can't do worse than last year.
PPR league.
Get this man some Kool-Aid, bro, because this man, I thought it was me.
Are you going to take Elijah Moore in like the 2nd round in our fantasy draft?
No, I'm not.
Oh, well, there you go.
But if he's there in the 3rd,
Proof's in the pudding.
if he's there in the 3rd, I will.
Third round? Taking him in the 3rd round?
Mr. All the touches
If
in the
he's
world.
there in the 3rd, I will definitely snatch
my
him in the
God.
3rd round. Yes.
All the
Yeah,
touches.
Mike, go ahead.